Hey, how's it going? I am getting a late start today, but hey, I'm trying. There's this is one of those days that I feel like I'm going forward one step and back two. I move forward, but then I go back and I'll get there. I have to keep plugging away. I have to keep trying. Um, we had talked for a while about different numbers and about pronunciation. And I think that that kind of thing is helpful, but now we're to the point where basically whatever number you have, you put a th at the end of it, and that becomes the ordinal number. I think pronunciation of numbers should not be a huge issue at this point from here on. So for me to belabor the point and to continue to say things like, oh, 99, 99th, 100, 100th. No, I don't think so. I think there are other ways that we can help things about English a little bit better. One of the things I was looking at is that yesterday I had told you about this awful situation of the two siblings, the two sisters that were killed on impact when a car collided with their home, crashed into their home, wrecked into their home. We can use any of those words to describe what happened: crash or wreck or collide. Some of the things that I talked about that you may not understand how to use very well. Um, for example, I talked about it being heavy on my heart. What does that mean? Maybe you can just hear that and it makes sense to you. To me, it could be a bit confusing. Heavy is pesado. When you have something heavy, it makes it difficult to move around. It makes it difficult to continue doing what you're doing. This has the same feeling. When something is heavy on your heart, it makes it difficult for you to function, to move on, to continue with what you were doing without being affected by what happened. And so this thing is heavy on my heart. Sometimes during the day, I will just be thinking, something just feels wrong. Something feels sad. And though I don't know these people, anyone who has ever had a child or anyone who's ever had a family, that's all of us, is affected by what happened to these people. So, yeah, it's heavy on my heart. I have a heaviness. Um, Another thing that was mentioned during that video was they were killed on impact. What does that mean? Well, impact can be a verb or can be a noun. In this situation, it was used as a noun. Impact is the effect of one thing hitting another. When the car crashed through the front of the house, the impact of it doing that, the force of this happening, killed these people immediately. There was not a long, drawn out situation where they were dying, 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 and then they were gone. This was immediately. You could say immediately to replace that same thought. And another thing was in the blink of an eye. Blink a piscar? I think so, piscar, assim. And so, blink of an eye is, a blink happens very quickly. So, something that happens in the blink of an eye also happens immediately. The things, the events that occurred on that day changed the lives of many people immediately and permanently. So, those were some things I thought that I would mention to you, and I thought they might help you a little bit. I had somebody ask me yesterday, you know, are you speaking more slowly? Are you being careful so that we'll understand? No. I've told a lot of you this before, but this is how I talk to my kids. This is how I talk to my husband. This is normal rate of speed for me because I think to slow my speech down would not be beneficial for you. I want you to hear things normally, okay? So please feel free to ask me anything that you need to know, or if there's anything special I could do to help you, let me know, okay? You've got this day. Make it a good one, and I'll see you later. Beijão.